Young star of the Grizzlies, Ja Morant continues to make his mark and impresses to become one of the NBA's elite players. These are the top 11 things you didn't know about Ja Morant. Giraffe. Ja Morant has a unique hobby. Most people like dogs or cats, but Ja Morant has an unusual hobby. His favorite animal is a giraffe. After winning Rookie of the Year in 2020, he receives the giraffe, or should we say, giraffe. Grizzly star Ja Morant now has a baby giraffe, named after him at the Memphis Zoo. Fresh off a jaw-dropping rookie season in which he received nearly 18 points and 7 assists per game for Memphis, the 21-year-old with the long-necked namesake won the spot. We have some new hooves on the African veldt. His name is Giraffe, to celebrate Mem Grizz's Ja Morant winning NBA Rookie of the Year, the zoo said on Twitter, revealing the cute baby giraffe in a video. And we must say it's Ja-mazing. Moms. Morant was born into a family whose father and mother were both passionate about basketball. Ja Morant always praises his family for his success in the league. Consider that behind all marquee stars, there has always been a mother to give them the required support and courage. Let us know all about Memphis Grizzlies star and reigning MIP, Ja Morant's mother. Jamie Morant, who is in her 40s, was a basketball player herself in high school. She played at the point guard position in basketball and was a utility player in softball during her college career. Jamie Morant had Ja Morant when her husband was in the prime of his basketball occupation, playing alongside another NBA legend, Ray Allen. But Ja's current form and to-date career must have made him proud. Ja Morant says to his mother, as he told Parker Fleming, Ja Morant says and his mother are best friends, and he or she taught the whole thing he should know. Dads. Since joining the NBA, Ja Morant has really ignited the world's #1 basketball tournament. With his dedication to the ball, after 3 seasons playing for the Memphis Grizzlies, the defender wearing the number 12 shirt captivated the fans as well as earned himself many fans. But behind the scenes, there is still a person holding back the ego of the boy born in 1999. That person is none other than Mr. T. Morant, Ja Morant's father. Not only restraining the impulsiveness of his beloved son, but he was also ready to reprimand him mercilessly to keep Ja's feet on the ground. The superstar wearing the number 12 shirt also acknowledged this with ESPN in a conversation with journalist Malika Andrews from the giant news agency, The Morning Star, born in 1999. Shared witty, "To this day my dad still pisses me off sometimes. He often shouted in my ear, 'You are still overrated, you're terrible, son.' However, it is also lucky for me, because if I can accept your opinion, the words that come back and forth from many other people are just words that don't matter," Ja Morant said. It's not easy to be your child's #1 hater, witnessing her beloved son succeed beyond imagination, but never letting his pride run wild, while remaining humble. That can be affirmed as the pinnacle of the art of parenting. Surely, not everyone can be that strong. High school. Ja Morant was only found out by Murray State because a coach on a recruiting trip chose to get a snack. Ja Morant, one of the top players entering the 2019 NBA draft, was not the most highly anticipated prospect coming out of high school. As you are probably already aware, despite averaging 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists throughout his junior and senior years, he was not listed on any recruiting websites, and South Carolina was the only DI offer he received. Nobody in the program even knew who Morant was until Murray State assistant James Kane stumbled upon him playing basketball in an auxiliary gym while attempting to scout someone else. A story on the 19-year-old on E60 revealed the story of how Kane discovered Morant in that gym. It turns out that Kane might not have been motivated to approach the auxiliary gym in the first place if he had never become hungry. Meal. The youngest starter for the All-Star game is Ja Morant. Morant, who is only 22 years old, admitted in a GQ interview that he simply leaves meal preparation to his parents. According to Morant, his only consideration when eating it is to see it and eat it.
What's the go-to breakfast meal?
Grits, egg, bacon or sausage.
Instead of eating college cafeteria food, he now eats his parents' home cooking. He is fed spaghetti, lasagna, and chicken Alfredo by his mother, and chicken wings, fries, barbecue ribs, baked beans, and dirty rice by his father, according to Morant. Training. Ja Morant has developed his abilities through years of diligent practice that began as soon as he sat in his high school chair. Even the NBA's big men cannot match Ja Morant because of his skill, which did not happen by accident. When Morant was a young boy, he encouraged his son to pursue a career in basketball and assisted him with his physical preparation. He created workout equipment for his kids out of car tires. Ja has continued to train with tires at home, whenever there has been a chance to take a break after the season is over. Ja Morant reportedly jumps at least 800 times each day, according to numerous sources. Defender in 1999 worked out until he was physically exhausted. In addition, Mr. T. Morant also turned his garage into a weight room to help Ja strengthen his body, especially his legs. This helps Ja get a steady footing before making the jump. Besides leg exercises, the abdominal area is where the players focus. Ja Morant often takes very long steps before the final jumps. Wingspan. One thing that cannot be ignored is Ja Morant's arm span. 6 foot 3 inches tall, but the young bear's arm span reaches 6 foot 7 inches. This extremely long arm span helps Ja Morant to perform the necessary dunks and blocks. The development of basketball has made the NBA not what it used to be. Above all, the long wingspan is the most important factor for NBA players. In fact, in the past time, NBA scouts have always attached importance to the wingspan factor of rookies. His first dunk. One of the top pitchers in the NCAA tournament is Ja Morant. He could hardly dunk 3 years ago. The summer of 11th grade, entering my senior year, was when I started to immerse myself continuously, Morant said on Friday. Before that, I'll probably throw one of the 25 attempts. Before joining Murray State and leaving the Ohio Valley Conference's relative obscurity to emerge as the most well-known young star in college basketball, Morant described himself as a small, slow guardian. Relationship with Zion. Back in 2019, Zion Williamson and Ja Morant were poised to take the NBA by storm. The two seemed destined to dominate the league given their position as the top of a strong draft class, with Williamson going first to the New Orleans Pelicans and Morant second to the Memphis Grizzlies. The future of the NBA was upon us. However, the two men were vying for the same team long before they faced off against one another on the court. Williamson and Morant played together on the same AAU team in 2018. Before Morant rose to many top scouts' draft boards. AAU stands for Amateur Athletic Union, for those who are unfamiliar. The majority of young players began their careers in competitions. Young athletes have the chance to compete on a local and regional level, outside their school teams at AAU tournaments. Players like Morant and Williamson, who lived more than an hour apart, end up playing for the same team as a result. Grills. Speaking of Morant at the NBA All-Star Game, he ensured that he was ready for the weekend, and to do so, Morant flaunted a diamond grill. Morant responded that the diamond grill was worth $30,000 when questioned about it.
How much money? Like $30K?
For the average person out there, that amount of money is a lot. For Morant, however, that is not a lot, and he stands for the idea that when wearing, one should always go big. In February 2020, Morant received his grill, but he is not the only one. When Morant bought that grill, Grizzlies forward Jaren Jackson Jr. was there. More recently, before Sunday's victory over the Houston Rockets, Jackson and teammate Brandon Clark added similar diamond grills. I would cook MJ. It's one thing to be confident in the NBA, and then there's Ja Morant. In a recent interview with Bleacher Report's Taylor Rooks, the Grizzlies star said that if he played in Michael Jordan's era, the all-time great would have been no match for him. I wish I would have played in his generation though, Morant said on Jordan. Just how he goes about the game, that mindset he had, I would like to play against him. I would have cooked him too. Nobody got more confidence than 12. I'd never go and say nobody gon' beat me in one-on-one or anything. Considering that Jordan is widely regarded as the greatest basketball player to ever live, this declaration is quite a proclamation. The 10-time scoring champion, 6-time Finals MVP, and one of the select few guards to win Defensive Player of the Year are also a 6-time Finals MVP. Additionally, he received 5 regular season MVP awards. Ja Morant is a role model with an extraordinary diverse and flexible skill set. He scored 8 triple-doubles during his NCAA season. Fans often compare Ja Morant to the triple-double saint, Russell Westbrook. However, many experts say that the talent born in 1999 has a basis to surpass Russell Westbrook in the future, especially in the field of throwing and tactical vision.